Hi, welcome to Urban Insights. I'm Jayashree Guru. I have with me Anupama Reddy from ICRA, and we're talking about data centers. ICRA's latest report says that all the data that we're consuming, all the shows that we do, all the internet that we're consuming, and so much artificial intelligence driven projects are there. And suddenly there is a boom in the data center business. And Anupama is here to tell us what ICRA's take. First of all, tell us what drives the data center.
Okay, so if you look at the main drivers for the data centers, so data explosion and data localization, they are paving the way for a data center revolution in India. The low data tariff plans, access to affordable smartphones, adoption of new technologies, and growing user base of social media, e-commerce, gaming, and OTT platforms, these are some of the key triggers for data explosion. These have resulted in India currently having the highest average monthly data usage per smartphone. Further, the improved focus by the government on Digital India to improve online infrastructure, increase digital literacy and penetration, they set the ball rolling for several initiatives leading to unprecedented data explosion. All of these are fueling the demand for data processing and data storage services in India. While cloud, 5G rollout, machine learning, and Internet of Things are expected to generate enormous data and storage requirements, generative artificial intelligence led high computing requirements, they present a new wave of demand for the data center capacity and a significant opportunity for the data center operations going forward.
Sure. So currently, what is the volume of investment that has come into data centers, and especially with the exploding AI usage? What do you expect? What are your readings of the market?
So, to cater to the increasing demand for the data centers, the Indian corporates, foreign investors, captive have all started investing massively in the Indian data centers. Along with them, existing players are also expanding their capacities. So, ICRA expects the India's data center operational capacity to increase to 2000 to 2100 megawatt by March 2027 from the current levels of around 1050 megawatt. This involves investments of rupees 40,000 to 45,000 crore in FY25 and FY26. Further, established DC players and new players which have entered this sector in the last 3 to 5 years, they have a development pipeline of 3 to 3.5 gigawatt to be delivered in the next 7 to 10 years, involving significant investments of around 2 to 2.3 lakh crore rupees.
So currently, who are the main data center players, and how many are there? Do you expect this number to increase?
So currently there are five major data center service providers in our country. They are NTT Global Data Centers, STT Global Data Centers, Control Data Centers, SIFI Infinite Spaces and Nextra. This number has increased to 18 in 2025 from 5 in 2019. So given the demand prospects, we expect a few more players also to enter the market in the medium term.
Okay. So, a lot of the data center is dependent on the undersea cabling and its connectivity to land. Are only coastal centers eligible for data center?
So, like you mentioned, some of the key parameters that a DC operator would look for in a location are the presence of landing stations, fiber connectivity, uninterrupted power supply, proximity to tenants' headquarters, and high score on disaster proofing. Mumbai and Chennai, they account for around 67% of the total DC capacity as of September 2024. Coastal cities, they have an advantage of being in closer proximity to the landing stations, which leads to low latency. However, it is one of the many factors, and we see cities like Hyderabad and Pune, they are also witnessing a surge in the DC capacities due to the favorable government policies and close proximity to IT and other clients. So Hyderabad, which used to contribute to around 4% of DC capacity as of September 24, we expect it to increase to around 10% of the total DC capacity by March 2027. So we see some traction that is happening even in the non-coastal cities.
Okay. And is low cost land one big driver of location?
It is one of the factors while deciding a location to set up a data center. However, it is not the main requirement. If you look at the overall project cost, land typically accounts for around 5%. So the primary objective of a data center is to be available for 99.999% of the time with minimal annual downtime. For this, the DC players look for, say, proximity to client, low latency, and the other factors that we have discussed earlier.
And you also spoke about a hub and spoke model. What is that model? If you could describe that.
Okay. So in India, the existing and upcoming DC capacity in the near term is majorly present in the tier 1 cities. However, the data requirements of the tier 2 cities are increasing because of a decentralized workforce and adoption of new technologies. So consequently, the demand for edge data centers, which are built closer to the base, are on a rise. For seamless transition of the data, the main DCs in Taiwan cities, they act as a central data source, that is the hub. And the data is transmitted to various edge DCs in tier 2 cities, that is the spoke.
And who are the main investors in these data centers? Is it the users? Are there special entities that invest in data centers?
So if we see the top 5 players currently, 3 companies, Nextra, Controllers and Sifi, they are majorly owned by Indian promoters, and the other 2 entity data centers and STT data centers. Government of Japan has stake in NTT, and STT data center is a step down subsidiary of Temasek Holdings, which is owned by Government of Singapore. Also, there are various data centers under construction which are owned by financial investors such as Princeton, Blackstone, Capital, and etc. And global players such as Colt, Iron Mountain, Digital Reality, Equinix, Digital Edge, etc. And even domestic players such as L&T and Hiranandani Group.
And do you expect that private equities and REITs and so on will invest in DCs? Has that already happened or will that happen?
This is an interesting question. Private equity investors are already investing in the Indian data center business. Warburg Pincus, Blackstone Capital, and Bain Capital, they are some of them who have invested in the Indian data center business. So data centers have emerged as one of the top performing asset class in the global REIT market space. India has successfully seen REITs in the commercial, retail, and InvITs in the warehousing segment of the real estate. With the strong interest of participants in the Indian data center space, the emergence of DC REITs can be expected, say, in the next 7 to 10 years.
So it requires a policy push now, right?
It is not on the policy push. It is largely to do with the scale and maturity in the market.
But with the current REITs policy framework, data centers are eligible for REITs, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. What are the see when a DC is there in a large city, the cities are already under stress with water, power, and various other things. So, what are the resources that a data center draws from the local market?
The major expense for a data center operator is power and fuel. Power is majorly used towards maintenance of redundancy and multiple cooling paths, and power required for cooling paths alone can equate to as much as 40% of the facility's energy bill. Currently, data center operators source 95% of their entire power requirements through grid. Coming to the water, it is majorly used in the chillers for maintaining the temperature of data centers. However, they are currently being replaced by air chillers. So going forward, the usage of the water is expected to reduce, say in the medium term.
Okay. Okay. And do they have sustainability norms? Do they have to adhere to the SDGs?
So what the data center players are doing is, first we look at the global picture. So given the ESG considerations for most of the key tenants, the DC players are expected to invest in green power to meet their power requirements. If we see green power as a percentage of total power consumption is around 75% for the top 3 global data center operators. However, as a percentage of total power consumption, it is currently around 5% for Indian DC players. But we expect this to increase to around 20 to 25% by 2028. So there are investments that are happening towards green energy.
Okay. And the budget this time was a very directional budget, right? Budget 2025. Were there any announcements that would push the DC business?
So we'll just take a step back and see how the government related support has come in for the sector. So government introduced Digital Personal Data Protection Bill, which has acted as a game changer for the DC industry in India. In Union Budget of 2022-2023, government has provided infrastructure status to the data centers. So this has enabled the players to access to long tenure debt at competitive rates and also access to foreign funding through the ECB route. Further, incentives from central and state governments are also supporting the sector. Some of the state governments have special incentives like land at subsidized cost, power subsidies, exemptions on stamp duty, and other concessions to boost the DC investments. As part of the Union Budget 2025-26, the government's proposal to set up Center of Excellence in Artificial Intelligence for Education, the BharatNet project to provide the broadband connectivity to all Gram Panchayats, and Deep Tech Fund of Funds to provide access to the skilled professionals in artificial intelligence, cyber security, and cloud computing. These will complement the strong growth prospects for the data center sector in India.
Okay. And we expect that data centers will then move further and further through the hub and spoke model as it goes into the Gram Panchayats, as it goes into the smaller cities. There will be data centers that will keep propping up across the country, right?
Yes, edge data centers also will increase going forward.
Okay. Thank you so much, Anupama. That was a pleasure talking to you.
Found this video useful? Please subscribe to this channel for more such videos. Do like and share with as many people as you can.